Most people think that servant leadership is about being nice. Wrong. Servant leadership isn't weak, it's being strong for your team. Done right, it builds trust, speeds up momentum, and makes your team unstoppable. Today, I'm going to show you how to lead through service without losing accountability. By the end, you're going to have a 5-step playbook that you can put to work on the deck plate today. If you're leading any team, big or small, and you've ever wondered, can I drive results and still take care of my people? The answer is yes, and this video shows you how. I've seen servant leadership win and be successful, and I've seen people mess it up. What I'm giving you today is tested, tried, and ready to deploy immediately. Let's get after it. Servant leadership started with Robert Greenleaf in the early 1970s. His idea was simple. Leaders who serve first often are the most successful. Serving first doesn't mean you're a pushover. It simply means prioritizing your team's growth, their well-being, and their ability to perform at the highest level. The traits of a servant leader: listening, empathy, stewardship, growth, and community. Let's take a hard look at those. Listening means stopping talking long enough to hear what your team is really trying to say. Most leaders struggle with this. They don't stop talking, or they don't listen long enough to really understand where their team's coming from. Empathy means knowing who's struggling, who's succeeding, and why. Really understanding your people, knowing what makes them tick, and helping them get over those life and those leadership obstacles to get to the success. Stewardship means that you protect your team's time and you clear those obstacles. Our team's time is their most valuable resources, and as leaders, we should be removing as many obstacles we can along the way to make sure that our team can get to that success. Growth means that you push your team to stretch and grow to build the skills that they're going to need tomorrow. Remember, servant leadership isn't soft, it's focused. Servant leaders often have higher standards that they enforce on a more regular basis because they care about their teams and they want to make them better. Next, let's talk about the SERVE Playbook and how you can use this acronym to understand and stay focused as a servant leader. First up is see the person. See beyond somebody's rank, understand what motivates that person, what are their goals, what are their aspirations, where are they trying to go in life. Understanding this and helping them helps you be a better servant leader. If you don't know your people, you're not going to be able to give them good direction and you're going to go in blind. Seeing the person helps you look at them holistically, move those obstacles, help them get to those qualifications, and really mentor them on that one-to-one level that helps our teams achieve the greatest results. Next up is empower with boundaries. Push those decisions down, let them make those decisions, but give them guardrails. Let your teams run the plan, let them run the decisions, let them develop that project, but give them the guardrails to success. How much time do they have? How much of a budget are they working with? Make sure they understand what their outer limits are. This helps them ensure they stay on track and that they're successful. I try to push my decisions down and empower my team all the way down to my youngest E1s, E2s, and E3s. Next up is remove those obstacles. Your job as a leader is to get the obstacles out of the way so your team can win. Be the bulldozer, remove those obstacles, cut through bureaucracy. Next, validate and coach. Feedback is the oxygen that your team needs to grow. When they do it right, validate that they did it right. Give them that feedback. When they miss the mark, coach them on how they can be better in the future, what mistakes were made, and help train them to be better. Quick corrections today solve big problems tomorrow. Lastly, equip your team. Give them the time, the training, and the tools that they need to be successful. You shouldn't be expecting miracles to happen if you haven't given them what they need, so make sure that you're equipping your team. Servant leadership isn't perfect. It doesn't work in every situation. Here's some instances where servant leadership can go astray. First up, if we're in a fight or we're out there at war, we don't have time to ask the team or delegate responsibility. We might have to just give orders and expect the process gets executed immediately. We don't have time to worry about servant leadership. If you spend too much time trying to please every single person, the rule is you're never going to make everyone happy. I learned this a long time ago. If we waited to make a decision till we got everyone happy, we would never make any decisions. So I have to make the best decision for the greatest good possible, knowing that some people just aren't going to like it. Also, don't confuse empathy that means avoiding those tough conversations. Empathy is about knowing your people and being able to put yourself in their shoes and understand where they're coming from. you can understand where they're coming from and still have accountability, still have those hard conversations. Those are absolutely critical to help your team grow and help them get to where they want to go. Lastly, if you tolerate poor performance because you don't want to upset anybody, that's a problem. You should be holding the line on standards. What is the standard that is applied equally across the board to everyone? Poor performance needs feedback, and they should be told early and often that they need to be better. Don't wait for their midterm, don't wait for their eval, and don't wait until it gets so bad that you're counseling them. Servant leadership without accountability isn't leadership. That's enabling. Next up, I want to give you 5 practical drills that you can use right now this week to try out this framework. Here they are. First up is giving a 90-second intent. At the start of any brief or any conversation, talk about the mission, the method, and what is the end state that you're looking to get. And then have them repeat it back in their own words so you can ensure that they understand it. Clarity saves time. Try this at your next meeting. Next is doing a quick pulse check with your team. Having them tell you if they're green, yellow, or red. Green, they're good. Yellow means that they've got some stress but don't require too much help. Red means there's something critical and they need your help or your feedback as a leader. Checking with your team and having them do a quick pulse check lets you understand as a leader, where does your team stand? And then funneling the resources to the team members who need the most help. Next up is an obstacle board. This is where your team puts any obstacles that are preventing them from getting things done, achieving what they need to achieve, somewhere on a board publicly so you can see what the roadblocks actually are. Pick 1 or 2 of these every single week and try to eliminate them to help your team move in the direction that they need to. If you get a whole team of leaders removing obstacles, you can build efficiency super quick and the output of your team will vastly increase. Remember, as a leader, your job is to remove those roadblocks. Number 4 is skill reps. Pick a critical skill that your team needs to develop, and then find a way for the next month to have your team integrate those skills in their daily, weekly, or that monthly process. If you need them to get better in a certain avenue, figure out ways to challenge that skill for a month. Then next month, pick a new skill and move on to that one and have them try to tackle being better. If you're always working for that one skill that's weak or needs help, you're gonna build your team up super quick. Lastly is 2 by 2. Every day, give 2 thank yous and 2 nudges. Give those thank yous publicly or to somebody. It could be a simple pat on the back, and then give 2 nudges to those team members that need to be pushed slightly in the right direction. This is recognition plus accountability. Super simple and easy to execute. I've seen these practical exercises change the way teams interact and change the trajectory of those teams. I've seen poor performers turn into extremely high performers. So use these exercises all the time and they're gonna help you and your team level up. The lesson, when you serve your team by removing obstacles, holding accountability, and giving clarity, they can get after the mission. People first, mission always. Here's the quick recap. See the person, empower with boundaries, remove obstacles, validate and coach, and equip your team. That's servant leadership in action. It works with any team, any size, anywhere. Use it today. Now it's your turn. Drop your hardest leadership challenge in the comments below. I'll try to respond to every single one with a clear plan to help you get after that problem today. I'm here for you, breakers. Hit that subscribe button if you found this valuable and it helped you level up as a team member. And please do me a favor and help me grow and slam that like button. That helps me send the signal so more leaders can see this video. Remember, servant leadership isn't soft, it's strong. See you next time. Thanks for watching.